If training a new front desk hire takes you 3 weeks every time and you're still answering the same questions on month 2 or 3, you're doing it the hard way. There's a faster, easier way, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. Hi, I'm Kelly Smith with Projector Growth Consulting. I own my own med spa, and I've helped thousands of practice owners stop running their businesses on stress and start running them on systems. Today, I want to fix one of the biggest time drains in your whole spa: training your staff. Because right now, most of that training lives in your head, and that's costing you hours every single week, month, and year. Why training each your week? Let's be honest. Why training? Let's be honest about what training really looks like in most med spas. A new hire starts, you sit them down, you walk them through everything you know, then you do it again next week and they forget half of it. And here's the part nobody likes to talk about. You're not just training once. You're training every new person from scratch the same way over and over. Your time is the most expensive time in the building, and you're spending it repeating yourself. Then there's a bigger problem. The training isn't even the same each time. You're tired one day, busy the next, so the person learns it one way one time, another person learns it another. Your quality drops the second you're not in the room. If this sounds like your spa, you're not doing anything wrong. Almost every owner runs this way because no one showed them another option. In a minute, I'll show you the free tool that captures everything in your head one time so you do not have to repeat it again. Because sales training and onboarding is rinse and repeat. It is not a one and done. And unfortunately, we will have turnover. So what's the tool that changes all of this? The tool is called LM Notebook. It's free, it's from Google, and it does one thing really well. You give it your information and it turns that information into something your team can really use, and they will thank you for it. So think about everything you have sitting around: your treatment protocols, your product information, your standard operating procedures, your sales scripts, your list of questions that clients ask, your FAQs. Most of it's already written down somewhere, but it's scattered. Here's what you need to do. Gather those documents and you upload them into one notebook. That's it. You're not writing anything new. You're just taking what already exists and putting it into an orderly way that you can create training materials. Now pause for a second, because this is the shift. Once it's all in there, that pile of scattered files becomes your knowledge, working without you in the room, and it changes everything about how you onboard, train, and up-level your staff. You may be wondering, what can it actually produce? So what comes out of it are many things, but 3 things you can use are your new hires having on day 1 a clean study guide about everything you do, organized, built from your own material that a new hire can read, not a binder that sits on a shelf, something they can follow step by step. Second, FAQs. It answers all the little questions your team would normally interrupt you for. Where does this go? What do I say when a client asks about this pricing? How do I prep for a treatment? Now they ask for the notebook instead of pulling you out of your office or off the floor. And third, my favorite, an audio overview. Notebook creates recordings that sound like a podcast about your business. Your new hire can listen to the training in the car. They show up on day 1 already knowing the basics of how your spa runs and what you offer. Stop and think about what this means. Before they've shadowed a single appointment, they've already heard your protocols, your standards, and a way of doing things in a voice that's easy to follow. Why this wins for you? When you can take a few hours to create these materials, it is life-changing. When you build it this way, every new hire or existing staff gets the exact same sales training and staff training, not your tired version or rust version or interrupted version every single time that we train a new person. Your best practices get captured once, used forever. The way your top provider handles your consult, the way your front desk should greet a nervous client, all of it lives in the notebook instead of one person's memory. And it's all at the speed of light. This is a gift. Onboarding that used to take 3 weeks of your time takes an afternoon to set up, and your new hire can watch the videos, the audios, and read the study guides as many times as they need to. If you've been carrying all of this around in your head for years, I want you to hear this. You're not behind. You just never had a place to put it all down. Now you do. It used to be so hard to document all this material. So here's a plan for your afternoon, and it's simple. This afternoon, gather your documents, your protocols, your scripts, your FAQs, your SOPs. Don't make them perfect, just collect them. Drop them into one NotebookLM and generate your study guide, your FAQs, an audio overview, and an explainer video. Then hand them to your new hires and watch how different the next few weeks feel. Hand them to your existing staff as well, because rinse and repeat is the key to success. Standard operating procedures. Remember where we started. 3 weeks of training, the same questions on month 2 and 3, all of it living in your head. That's the hard way. This afternoon ends it. You can end this in 4 hours or 2 hours. If you want to help turn your MedSpot into a business that runs on systems instead of stress, book a consultation with me. The link is in the description below. Let's get those hours back and up level your staff's ability to grow your practice.